No one can make an intelligent decision without being properly informed. This is why this world wants to control the media. This is why media hype can take you up, take you down. So you don't know anymore who's really good, because the media can make a wicked man look good and make a good man look evil. That is why until the dawn, I can't quit. I'm like Saddam, keeping my eye on Clinton, watching each move he makes. Cause every slither he takes sort of reminds.
But Allah, who appeared in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, the great Mahdi, to whom all praise is due, the man who came to save us 9,000 miles to save black people. I bear witness that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and his messenger, the exalted Christ, and the eternal leader of the nation of Islam. I further bear witness that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is our divine reminder, leader, teacher, and guide in the absence of the leader, teacher, and guide, in the absence of the leader and teacher, guide, and the Messiah in our midst. I greet you in the greeting words of peace in our original tongue of Arabic, of Assalamu alaikum. This means peace be unto you, and it is a returning of a prayer of Walaikum Salam, which we are returning that prayer of peace. My name is Sister Ladios Muhammad, and although I'm not the main speaker today, I would like you to know it is a privilege and an honor to stand before the people of God.
That's right.
Today, our main speaker is Brother Student Minister Herman Muhammad, and his topic today is a case for reparations.
Come on.
Now, it looks like we got some first-time guests. All praises due to Allah. Can we give a big round of applause for our first-time guests? Thank you for taking the time to come out here. Thank you for the believers for showing up today. As you know, 75% of the work is just showing up, because you could have been doing anything you want. And it is wonderful, even more powerful, that you woke up in your right mind, because as my grandma said, you could have woke up dead today.
That's right. You're good.
I guess the joke didn't go over well, so. Well, we also want to thank those who are watching virtually today. We'd like you to take an opportunity to visit us. We are located at 9145 East Kenyon Avenue, Suite 104, Denver, Colorado, 80237. Is that right? 237?
Suite 102.
But what was the zip code?
80237.
80237. Yes, sir. Okay. So thank you all so much for sliding through to our website on YouTube and our channel, and all the people who came in here today. You know, Brother Ishmael did a beautiful lecture last week that I'm still studying, called The Will of God Part 4. And in it he said, the world is imploding. And it just struck me when he said that, because I had to look up what did imploding mean. It meant a person subject to intense pressure who is emotionally at least bursts inward. While someone is imploding emotionally, they can be prone to internal psychological distress. It can ultimately lead to violence and explosive behavior. He also went on to go say that this is a time of manifestations of defects. And so I got to thinking, all of this stuff was happening. And so we've had so many incredible shootings, massacre shootings going on. So I went to go research how many massacre shootings did we have in Colorado, and there was several, all the way back to 1913. But there were 3 mass shootings in Denver, in the Denver metropolitan area, that has garnered national attention. the Columbine High School massacre in 1999, which resulted in 15 deaths. And in 2012, the Aurora shooting, which resulted in 12 deaths. And in 2021, the Boulder shooting, which resulted in 10 deaths. And now we have another shooting that just happened on September 10th in Evergreen. And I'm like thinking, what is going on? How are these students and young adults getting these guns? And on the same day, there was a political activist, a conservative activist named Charlie Kirk, who was assassinated.
That's right.
Now, I didn't know much about this person. I'm going to be honest. I'm not like super politically savvy.
Right.
I mean, I do study some politics and on an as-need basis, but I'm not. And my friend called me, and he wanted to talk about Charlie Kirk. And he started to go on his tangent about who he is and this person and that person, this, that, and the other. And I said, I don't know him. I don't know much about him.
Right, come on.
And I said, I can't make an opinion about this person. And so he had really strong opinions. He's a very hypercritical person. And so I listened to him. I said, well, I'm going to have to do some research on him because I don't know him, you know. But I was at work when it happened. And my CEO dropped everything and said, oh my God, Charlie Kirk just got assassinated. This is bad. This is real, real bad. And she says, do you know what happened? And I just kind of looked with a blank stare because I did not know. Now, after we got off the phone, I went ahead and did some research. And I started watching a few videos of him. And
Nasty, come on, talk about it.
And what I observed, and I only watched a few. There was about 18-minute, 20-minute long, and he had some strong ideologies when it comes to his faith base of Christianity. There was a couple of things I will say that I align with, but I'm not saying that I align with him, because as I watched him, even though he's stressing to the mass, which he had an agenda. He was very methodical because he was visiting college campuses. So he was getting with the youth first. You know, the youth were out there. But I watched him, and there was still an undertone of white supremacy. You could see it. The way, even when he was trying to be, the way his body language. You know, the body language, like a sister came up and you could tell, oh God, Lord, you about to, oh Lord. I mean, I watched him, I said, golly. You know, that's not what I said, but that's what I'm saying. You know, and I said, dang, he was coming for the youth, you know. And they had on their MAGA hats. Now listen, I'm not going to make mockery of death. We don't do that here. Because he was a father and a husband. And now his wife is husbandless and his children is fatherless. But it made me think, when we are imploding our emotions, that we don't have the ability to communicate how we feel. So we're pushing this down, and then it can become an explosion and they can attack. Now, as you see him, I watched videos, he had some security. And it was funny because I watched the security, and it's always the same with these white people. You know, it's the big buff and muscular white man in the glasses and the short sheet skirts and the jeans. And I was like, that's your security? That ain't nothing like our security.
Yeah.
Nothing like our security.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, but he was smart enough to know that he needed some security. Because for someone to kill him because of the way he believes, whether we agree with it or not, is not God's way. So it made me think that Master Fard Muhammad taught the Honorable Elijah Muhammad of why we have a check procedure. Okay? We have security. We have our FOI. Look at these FOI in their suits. This is what security looks like.
That's right.
We ain't letting you come in here because you had a bad day. okay, because you have the inability to articulate your emotions, or because you blatantly just don't agree that we believe that God is a black man in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, so we gonna check you. Okay? So that's why he set up our check procedure. So those who were wonderful and submitted to our check procedure, we want to say thank you for that, because we want to create a safe space. There is no safe space today. There's nothing. You can't even go to Walmart. When I was looking at those shootings, someone shot somebody in Walmart.
That's right.
Come on now. The hospital. The airport. Oh, let me tell you about the airport. They getting so bold. It's insane. I went to my daughter's birthday party, and it was amazing. It was her 30th, her milestone. And she has a very diverse group of friends. And the brother, he was Muslim. He was from Africa. He's a TSA agent. And he said he was at the, they do the check. He said there was a man who came through. This person had the audacity to bring in firearms, not one, several, through the TSA check procedure. Guns. So he said, oh, we have a special code that we do so we can, tell them, we don't want to alarm everybody, and it turns out to a breakout. So we would say something, there's a red bird with the hat over there, flying with no shirt on. He said, wow, you had the audacity to bring in firearms. Well, we have an alarm too. It's called Allahu Akbar. So if you acted crazy on that post, you about to get a beat down. We ain't doing that. Okay, it is not safe here. The schools, how do they get guns in the schools? Now they have to have security, full-blown security. You can't go anywhere. And this is why we implemented our check procedures. A case for reparations. That is Brother Herman's lecture today. Reparations. Reparations are the act of making amends for a wrong by providing compensation, restitution, rehabilitation, satisfaction, and guarantees of non-repetition to those who have suffered from exploitation, oppression, or harm. So I got to thinking, reparations, rehabilitation. The act of restoring someone to health or normal life through training and therapy after imprisonment, addiction, or illness. We have to rehabilitate how we interact with each other. Rehabilitate. To restore someone to former privileges or reputation after a period of critical or offensive behavior. Has the black woman and black man today been critically criticized, disfavored, despised, and rejected? Have they? Of course they have. We've been made to where we are absolutely nothing. We've lost everything, even the art of mating. We've forgotten about our femininity and our masculinity. We don't know which roles we want to play anymore. It's real. It's getting so bad. I watched a video, Ed Sheeran, I don't know if y'all know who he's, the singer. I really like his music. And he was talking about how this woman, the video's called Shivers, and he was talking about how this woman gives him shivers, and you go through, and he's like, how she makes him want to do crazy stuff. So they're walking down the alley, and all of a sudden there's like a circle, it's a typical circle of people, they're about to attack him and his girl. And so he's about to go, and then the woman comes up and she starts beating up everybody. And I was like, what are you guys implementing on society of whose roles is what? We have forgotten who we are. Have you even looked at nature these days? Let me tell you something. In the animal kingdom, it is the female. Do you guys notice the animal kingdom? All of the males look beautiful, okay? You see the peacock and his feathers, it's the male. You see the antlers, on the antelopes, it's the male. The bigger horns, you see the lion in his mane, it's the male. It's not the female. But who does the selection? The woman. The woman does the selection. But they have turned it around that we are allowing men to choose us. That is incorrect. Let me tell you something about the lion family. The lion family, the male lion, his job is to protect the pride and a mass radius of the pride. He has about 4 female lioness, and they all have, cubs, a family. Now, all the male does all day is he sleeps, he he mates, and he protects the pride. You know who hunts? It's the females.
Right.
Now, he does come in sometimes, but his job is to protect that pride. But that's all he's there for. Now, say he's not on his dean, and he ain't doing what he's supposed to do. Here comes another lion. He says, he forgot to protect this part of it, and you get some hyenas came up in here. And then they attacked one of the cubs. And he keeps falling on his duty. So the lioness can come together and say, we're going to choose another lion. So that lion will come in and says, hey, you know what? I could do the job. I could do this. So they will fight. And say this new lion kills the old lion. Now what he's going to do is he's going to kill every single cub in that bloodline. Yeah. Because he's not going to have no weak cubs, okay? So, and she ain't going to have no weak leader because she got to co-create with this lion. Okay, so we don't forgot who we are and how powerful we are. We forgot, as male and females, we don't even know our roles and what we're supposed to do. So he will kill all the cubs and everything else, and now the female will mate with this new leader, okay? And then they will create a new world order. Well, this is the same thing of why we have a check procedure. Why we have a seating arrangement. Because it is in our natural habitat as male and females to be attracted to one another. This is why when you come to visit, a female is on one side and a male is on another side. Because in my natural heterosexual way, I'm naturally attracted to a man. So we have to be taught the value of a male and female all over again and know our roles. So when you come in here, you ain't gonna just sit up anywhere you want to be sitting. Okay? I'm gonna sit by that so she look fine. No, sir. No, ma'am. It's not gonna happen. And it's like that, unfortunately, in the church. You can sit wherever you want, when you want, how you want, and half the times you're not even paying attention to the lecture. Right. Okay? Which is why we have a seating procedure, so that you can focus on these life-giving teachings. They are specifically designed to give you life. Right. And so it's designed to put us back in our natural roles. And let me go on, continue. I'm sorry, I'm gonna speed it up here. A case for reparations. A case, you are identifying a specific situation or circumstances. For example, it can be used to say something is done a certain way. We have so much violence and been beaten down so bad that we believe that this is okay. This is just the way it is. I go back home to the South and their mindset is completely different than somebody from the North. They really don't think there's a way out. They be like, this is just how it always is. This is how it always been. We've gotten so bad that we've become apathetic in the way we think. So much that the shootings and the killings don't even affect us anymore. It be like, oh, well, another dead. That's just real. You're starting to become immune to any feelings. We stay in relationships, jobs, environments that we know are not healthy for us. But that is another way of a case, an instance, a situation, a condition, or an example of a bad circumstance is basically a manifestation of our defects because we don't want to do anything. And so we start to feel that imploding inside of us. We can't articulate these things. And so we start to just become an enemy to ourselves. So in Sister Minister Ava's book, on page 45, The Force and Power of Being, she said, so who is the enemy? The enemy is anyone whose mind has exceeded the cellular point of repair. Master Farad Muhammad has the power to reverse thought. He has the power to repair damaged brain cells. When you or I exceed the point where our brain cells cannot be repaired by Master Farad Muhammad, we're the enemy. Now, Brother Ishmael said in The Will of God, Part 4, the world in which we are living in is imploding. We see the country called America going to hell.
That's right.
We are living in the time of the breakup of an old world, and we are living in the end of the Western civilization, the rule of the Caucasian people on the planet. And we are living in the time of the end of Satan. And the beginning of a new world that is called the Scripture, the kingdom of God, or the kingdom of heaven. And this is why we have a flag of Islam. This flag was given by us by Allah, God, in the person, black man called Master Fraud Muhammad Mahdi. This flag represents the sun, the moon, the stars, which is freedom, justice, and equality. But this flag will mean nothing to the black man and woman who do not know who they are. Therefore, student Minister Herman Muhammad is going to go into why we have a case for reparations. I hope I said something that will ignite and inspire you to be a better person today than you were yesterday. May Allah continue to bless you, and I greet you as I came in peace. Assalamu alaikum.
All praise is due to Allah. Can we keep it going for Sister Ladios? All praise is due to Allah. Awesome job. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah. I bear witness that Muhammad is his messenger. As students of religion, as citizens of this wonderful planet that we call Earth, we thank Allah for each and every one of his worthy servants, his great ones, his prophets. We thank him for all of the scriptures that they brought. So we thank Allah for Abraham and Moses and Noah and Lot and the divine revelation of the Torah or the Old Testament. We thank Allah for Jesus and his apostles and the divine revelation of the New Testament, the Injil, the Gospel. We thank Allah for Prophet Muhammad ibn Abdullah of 1400 years ago and the divine revelation of the Holy Quran. May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon each and every one of these worthy servants of his. As students of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and the honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, we could never thank Allah enough for intervening in our affairs in the divine person of Master Fard Muhammad, the great Mahdi, to whom praise is due forever. We thank him for, upon his arrival, raising one from amongst us, a Georgia-born black man who only went to the 3rd or the 4th grade of school. But of course, at this point, it don't matter.
That's right.
He has become the most powerful human being to ever walk the planet besides God himself. And that is the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
But if I live to be 1,000, I personally could never thank Allah enough for the human being that I'm striving my very best to represent to you today. He is a leader in the absence of the leader, teacher in the absence of the teacher, guide in the absence of the guide. He is the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. In their names, we greet you in our nation's greetings of peace. We say, Assalamu alaikum. How's everyone feeling? All praise is due to Allah. I'm so thankful and grateful to Allah for you all coming and spending your precious time with us this morning. You could be worshiping at the church of the NFL this morning, but you chose to be here. All praise is due to Allah, so we thank you for that. Before we get started, we're going to do a little bit of housekeeping for all of those who are watching via interweb. For all things Nation of Islam, go to noi.org to get the latest and the greatest, the biggest and the baddest, blackest and the boldest news you can use. Of course, visit finalcalldigital.com, and while you're there, subscribe. And for all things Nation of Islam Denver, go to noidenver.org, and while you're at any of those sites, drop a donation and help to support your black nation, all right?
Yes, sir.
Now, our subject today, sister gonna be mad at me, although she did an awesome opening. It's not a case for reparations, but it's my bad. I sent you the text. It was a typo, but they go hand in hand, right? It's a case for separation.
All
That's
right.
not what you.
But listen. That's perfect though, because it goes hand in hand.
That's right.
Separation come with reparation.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
that's right.
I'm thankful to Allah, even though we don't make mistakes in Islam, right? That all praise is due to Allah. And it was a wonderful opening. And let's give Sister another round. All praise is due to Allah. So, a case for separation. Sister made some very critical points this morning. Some very critical points this morning about what's going on in the world and the conditions that are prevailing. And that it seems, y'all let me know if it's just me, that every day it's getting, depending on your particular point of view, progressively worse.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Oh, yes, sir.
It's getting darker and darker.
Yes, sir.
And what I don't mean darker, it's getting blacker and blacker, like more black people, I'm talking about the prevailing conditions. There's an absence of light.
Right.
There's an absence of peace. There's an absence of wisdom. There's an absence of understanding and tolerance. Right? It's increasingly dark. There's, like the scripture says, the gnashing of teeth, the wailing and the gnashing of teeth, right? It's just going on all over the world, and particularly in the United States of America.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Said it right the first time.
So today we want to make a case for separation. And when you say, brother, what are you talking about? A case for separation.
Talk about it.
Listen to these words of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and I want to start here. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that separation is the best and only solution to the problem between blacks and whites.
That's right.
Did y'all hear what I said?
Yes, sir.
I really want y'all to focus on that. Separation is the best and only
Always.
solution to the problem that exists between blacks and whites.
Yes, sir.
Best and only. Best means it don't get no better,
That's right. Come on with it.
right? It don't get no better. This is good as it gets.
Right.
Only means there's only one.
That's right.
You don't have no other answers outside of this particular answer, which is separation.
Right. Talk about it, brother.
Come on with it.
Let's define it. Separation is the act or process of separating, the state of being separated, a point, line, or means of division, an intervening space, a gap, the separation between wheel spokes, cessation of cohabitation between a married couple by mutual agreement or judicial decree, termination of contractual relationships such as employment or military service. So, in terms of blacks and whites, take your little white friend out the job, out of the equation that you really get along with. I know sometimes, Susie is cool, Karen or Tim, they're good white people.
Yeah.
But the relationship between blacks and whites has been a relationship that has been an inferior blacks
Right.
and a superior whites.
That's right.
That has been our relationship since we have been in this country.
That's right.
That really has been our relationship until since they crawled up out of the caves of Europe and was given a book of wisdom and a time to rule.
Yeah.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
It's very important to distinguish that when we talk about separation, we're not talking about segregation.
Right. Teach on it.
There's a difference,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
In the 40s, in the 50s, before the so-called Voting Rights Act, blacks and whites were segregated.
Yes, sir.
We had separate schools, businesses, healthcare, if we had any healthcare. It was segregated. But segregation meant that you had one who had the best of everything, and you had another who had the worst of everything. And in segregation, white folks had the best. They had the best schools, hospital, business. Are y'all hearing me?
Yes, sir.
That's not the situation that we're trying to go into.
Right.
When we say making a case for separation, we're talking about separate and equal. You hear what I'm saying? In other words, y'all got y'all stuff, white folks, and we got ours. Y'all all right?
Yes.
Man, I hope I'm not scaring nobody up in here today.
Go with it.
Go ahead.
Talk about it.
When we say we're making a case for separation, we're talking about the evidence supporting a conclusion or judgment. An argument, especially a convincing argument. We want to make a case for separation. So, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said this a couple of years ago. He said, sisters and brothers, and he was talking about an organization entitled the Nubian Circle that focuses on separation and, Sister Ladios and Brother Ahmad, reparation.
Come on. First, let's go.
The minister says, sisters and brothers, go back to the back page of this, the Final Call newspaper,
Yes.
and you will see the Muslim program. What the Muslims want and what the Muslims believe is not just for black. It's not just for brown. It's not just for Muslims. It's for every human being.
Praise be to God.
Right? And so when you go to each and every one of these, the back page of these Final Call newspapers, any one you get is going to have the Muslim program. And it starts with 3 critical points. First one is we want freedom. It's reasonable, isn't it? We want a full and complete freedom. Number 2, we want justice, equal justice under the law. We want justice applied equally to all, regardless of creed or class or color. 3, we want equality of opportunity. We want equal membership in society with the best of society. Now those are, man, are y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
I want y'all to just look at what we're looking at right here.
Yes, sir.
Like the minister said, this just isn't for black people, not for brown people, not for Muslims. This is for everybody.
Right.
Everybody want freedom, don't they?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
We want justice, equal justice under the law. We want justice applied equally to all, regardless of creed or class or color. Man, we just had a little brother. Our little brother, Ray Jean Belt Stubblefield, a couple of weeks ago. We saw him get shot, really executed. in front of the entire city. Now, the brother didn't handle himself properly. I have to admit that he did not handle himself properly. Anytime you put your hands up like you want to fight the police, man, it's gonna be some problems.
Exactly. You gotta be wise.
It's gonna be some problems, family.
You gonna get shot.
However, Brother Gerald, they shot the man twice in the chest
That's right.
and then shot him in the head
Been shot in the head.
That is crazy.
in broad daylight
Like it wasn't nothing.
in the middle of 6th Avenue.
What?
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't nothing.
See, if that man would have been a Caucasian,
Never would
Never
have
have
happened.
done that.
Never.
that would have never happened.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You hear what I'm saying?
Teach on it.
Like I said, the brother was wrong. You know what I mean? You can't put your dukes up coming up to the police. You cannot. But we want equal justice under the law.
That's
Yeah.
right.
We want equality of opportunity. We want equal membership in society with the best of society. Now, we can look at all of these basic wants, and really all of these are actually human rights.
That's right. That's right.
Did y'all hear what I said?
That's right.
Human rights.
Human rights.
That's
We are
That's
human.
They are reasonable
That's right.
for every one of us to expect.
Right. Anywhere.
Question. Honest opinion. And that's for everybody in the viewing audience as well. As black people, do we have it?
No,
No, sir.
No, sir.
not under the law.
We don't have it. We honestly do not have it. And so that brings us to point number 4. Y'all all right? Y'all can't read this. I'm going to read it for you. We want our people in America whose parents or grandparents were descendants of slaves to be allowed to establish a separate state or territory of their own, either on this continent or elsewhere. We believe that our former slave masters are obligated to maintain and supply our needs in this separate state or territory for the next 20 to 25 years until we are able to produce and supply our own needs. Since we cannot get along with them in peace and equality after giving them 400 years of our sweat and blood and receiving in return some of the worst treatment human beings have ever experienced, we believe our contributions to this land and the suffering forced upon us by white America justifies our demand for complete separation in a state or territory of our own.
That's right. That's right. All praise.
All praises due to Allah. But look at the prevailing conditions that exist that make us demand this. Even after all of this time.
Come on. Right.
Think about it, man. I was listening to Amanda Seals. She did a podcast, and she was saying our relationship with white people in terms of the gains that we've made, it's always been I'm not going to use her language, but y'all could imagine what she said. It's always been an all right then, Negro, damn type of situation. All right then, Negro, damn. So what she was saying was, when it came to us being so-called emancipated, proclamated, freed from after 310 years of chattel slavery. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
After being receiving, like the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said, the worst treatment that has ever been given to any people on earth. White folks finally said, okay, all right, Negro, down, we're going to emancipate, proclamate you. Reluctantly, right? And they literally, listen to what I'm saying, they literally had to fight a war over it.
Yes.
Because some white people, listen, they did not want to let you go.
They really don't.
Man, all that money y'all making them, they didn't want to let you go.
That's right. Don't want to do it.
So it was all right, Negro, damn. Y'all so-called free. Then 100 years of Jim Crow.
Yeah.
Right? You sharecropping.
Right.
Which ain't nothing but another form of slavery.
Yeah.
Black code.
Right? They redlining. You can live in certain neighborhoods, but you can't live in others.
Yeah.
Right?
That's what they redline.
And then here come 100 years later, 1964, 1965, the Voting Rights Act, 1964. All right, Negro, damn, y'all can vote. Right? But it's always reluctant.
Yes.
Right.
Up to this very day, because now the y'all know them civil rights expired.
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
Yeah, that's crazy days.
Did we ever have them?
But it's always been an all right, Negro, damn type of situation.
Yes, sir. Right.
To where there's always a problem. Whenever we want to do something, whenever we want to exercise freedom, justice, and equality, it's a problem.
That's right.
Whenever we demand, it's a problem.
Right.
Are y'all all right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Listen. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan pointed out that this demand for separation only comes after we have been denied the most basic of human rights.
Right. That's terrible.
Ain't that something?
Terrible.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
So, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, when he came, he was, or he is, that man likened unto Moses.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Is that right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
When he came and taught us about who our enemies was. He came and taught us that the white man was the devil.
He sure
Yes, he
did.
did.
He taught us that and didn't shy away from it.
Never.
Sure did.
And told Pharaoh, just like Moses told Pharaoh in Egypt in the Bible, let my people go.
That's what he said.
And when he said that the white man was the devil, you know what I'm saying, immediately white folks got upset and said that man teaching hate.
That's what they said.
That's what they said. And they still talk that same old crap today
Right.
That's right.
about the teachers of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Oh, them people over there, them is not real Muslims. They over there teaching hate. Right? But in reality, if the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is teaching hate, he got a right to. Think that over. He's not teaching hate, he's actually teaching truth. But you have a right to hate someone who has done what white folks have done to us.
Yes, sir.
That's true.
That is only common sense. If somebody, man, murders your mother, wouldn't it be natural to hate them?
Right. Right.
Yes, sir.
If somebody hung your father in front of you, cut his genitals off and kept it as a trophy,
That's disgusting.
My.
wouldn't it be natural to hate that person?
Yes, sir.
But why vilify the person who points out the truth and let you know it's the truth?
Yeah.
Right.
Man, y'all all right? So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is that man likened unto Moses, but he's also that man in the scripture, that angel in the scripture, in the book of Revelation that they saw. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues, for her plagues have reached unto heaven. See, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he told us to separate from our enemies.
That's right.
Come out of her. Not just because of what they had done to us. But in reality, it's because of what we have become because of being up under them.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that again.
Go ahead, brother.
I want to clarify this.
Teaching good, bro.
It's not just because of what they have done to us.
Yeah, that's right.
It is because of what we have become
Right.
being under them.
That's
Teach.
right.
Yes, sir.
Other than us.
Go ahead, brother.
Are y'all hearing me?
Teach, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Listen, we are totally lost from our true self.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
We have totally been destroyed.
Told him.
The scripture describes us as being the blind, the deaf, the dumb,
That's
the
right.
dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it is only because we have been amongst them.
That's right.
That's right.
Teach.
They blinded us to who we truly are, because if they allowed us to be ourselves, then they couldn't rule over us.
Right.
That's right.
That's
That's right. Come on with it, brother. Talk. Talk.
They turned us into a white man-made creation
That's right.
called the Negro,
That's right.
nigga,
That's right.
coon, ham bone, shine, whatever names you wanna use. But the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that you are the so-called American Negro.
So-called.
That's right. So
Come on.
So-called because you can never be an American.
That's right. Never.
Those only belong to to 4 or 5 European nations, right? But he called you a Negro not because you're black, and in Spanish, Negro means black. No. He called you a so-called American Negro because a Negro don't just mean black.
Teach on that. Come on, brother.
Negro mean, listen, in the English language, consonants are interchangeable,
Come on.
right? Consonants are interchangeable. You can substitute one consonant for another, especially in English, because English is comprised of Latin and Greek, and it's a bastardized language that's made up of all sorts of languages from all over the world, right? So a Negro, if you put up the word Negro, Negro, you can interchange those consonants. You could change that G for a C, or you could change that G for a K.
Right.
In that case, the word would transform itself from Negro to Necro. Necro means dead.
Come on.
Listen.
talk about it. Talk about it.
Are you hearing what I'm saying?
Yes.
So we are the so-called American Negro because we are dead to the knowledge of ourselves.
Teach.
Dead to the knowledge of the enemy of self.
Right.
Dead to the knowledge of God.
Right.
Dead to the knowledge of the time and what must be done.
Go ahead, brother.
And so God had to raise a messenger. God had to raise one to come and teach us the knowledge of ourselves, to rip us out of this condition, to separate us out.
Right.
Are y'all hearing me?
Yes, sir.
See, man, it's not separation is not a political concept. Separation is a spiritual concept.
That's right.
Separation is a demand from God.
Right.
Come out of her, my people.
Right.
That means separate.
Right.
Come on with it, brother.
Look at that.
Excellent.
Are y'all hearing me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
But the problem is, man, when we don't know who we are, we become so afraid. Man, what is we gonna do if we leave white folk? We like
Come on.
Yes, sir.
we like an abused woman.
Never seen that.
We like an abused woman who her husband never let her work. He never let her come outside the house. So she don't know what's outside.
Go ahead.
She don't know that what he has her doing inside of the house, she could take those same skills and make a life for herself outside of the
That's
house.
right. Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Are you hearing what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So black people have been like that woman who's been abused, just getting beat, stomped, slapped. You know what I'm saying? Assaulted whenever he feel like it.
Sir. Whenever he feel like it.
And she's still making the food. Right? She's still taking care of the children. She's still doing drawing his bath when he get home. Man, we're at a time.
Go ahead.
We've come to a time.
The end of the end.
The end of the end, Brother Gerald. You absolutely right.
Sir.
Where we got to get up. If we that woman, and get out.
That's right.
If you still preparing that food, poison that man's food.
That's right.
Kid.
That's right.
Straight on up. Because it's time for us to go in the way of self.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
God is making it such that we cannot deny the time.
That's right.
Listen, that man, Charlie Kirk,
Oh,
that just got assassinated.
no, he was murdered.
And I'm going to be very careful about what I say.
Yes,
Yes,
please
sir.
do. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because the reality of it is that until he got assassinated, I didn't even know who he was.
Me neither.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
Like I shouldn't have. You know what I'm saying? But he was assassinated, and it turns out that his assassin or murderer, however you want to look at it, was another young, white, male, Christian, nationalist Republican.
Just like him.
Just like him.
That's right.
Just like him. Wow. Just like him. I love it.
But although it was clearly white on white crime,
That's what it was. Yes, sir.
why did HBCUs have to go on lockdown?
Talk about it.
Right. Talk about it. Come on, Mom.
Because of the threats.
Right. Why is that?
I want y'all to think about that.
Yes, sir.
Black people got threatened because we didn't sympathize with the assassination of what some of us would deem a white supremacist.
Right, come on.
That's right.
Come on.
Are y'all hearing me?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Brother.
But the so-called greater or dominant society, the greater white society, expected us to be sympathetic.
That's right.
And if you're not sympathetic, they threaten you.
Yep. That's right.
Y'all gotta realize how big this is.
Big. Yes, sir. Big.
Y'all gotta realize how big this is. They think,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
they think that they own you.
That's what
Yes, sir.
Boom.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah. Go ahead, brother.
Go ahead.
I want y'all to think about this. How dare you niggas not be upset?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is. Yes, sir.
Make you.
Exactly what it is.
They They think they own you, family.
Terrible.
But black folks, all praises due to Allah, are waking up.
That's right. You more. Go ahead.
We are waking up. There's an awakening taking place. There is a separation that is happening.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sure is.
Because separation don't mean, you know what I'm saying, we just jump in our cars or jump on a boat or airplane and go somewhere. No, the separation starts right here.
Right.
Right.
It starts in your mind. It starts with seeing the truth.
Right.
That's right.
Listen, in the scripture, there's a picture of a man who's blind, but he's not really blind, but he got a problem.
Yeah.
He got a real problem because the people bring him to Jesus and they tell Jesus about the problem, and Jesus notices there's a problem too. So he asks the man who got the problem, how do you see men? Right? And the man said, I see them as trees.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So Jesus, he takes a little spittle. That's a nasty picture, ain't it? He takes some spit and rub it in the man's eyes. And then he asks him again, well, how do you see men now?
Now.
I see them as they are. See, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, he's that Jesus who's putting spittle in the eyes of the people to where now we see these people for who they are.
That's right. That's right. Come on, brother.
See, when the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said that the white man was the devil, he's 1,000% right.
That's right.
See, we just got to get out of our mind what we think a devil is. Man, a devil not a little dude underneath the ground in some red pantyhose with some horns and a tail and a pitchfork ready to stick you after you die. No, the devil by definition is a mischief maker.
Right.
He's a blood shedder.
Yes, sir.
He's a liar.
Right.
He's a deceiver.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
He will trick you. He's a thief. He stole us. Is that right?
That's right.
So when you see this so-called Caucasian or white man for who he is, you'll say, just like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, oh yeah, white man is the devil.
That's right.
It's not even an emotional thing.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? When you have a real understanding of who this man is, it's not an emotional thing. You're not mad when you say it.
Nope.
This is like pointing out a cockroach on the ground. That's a cockroach right there.
Teach on that.
Yes, sir.
Or a snake. Oh, there goes a snake.
Yeah.
There's a devil.
Right.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
See, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, man, he put that spittle in our eyes, and now we see them as they are. But we cannot fear the censor of any censorer. Is that right? We cannot fear the consequences of rejecting their society.
That's right.
Listen, this thing is a wrap.
Yes, sir, brother. Come on, man. Come on.
The end of the end.
Come on. Come on.
We have to know, family, we can't be afraid like that woman who's been abused.
Come on.
It's time to gird up your loins
Right.
and go for self.
That's right.
It's time to separate, leading to an ultimate divorce.
Oh, come on.
Are y'all hearing me?
Yes, sir.
And know that whatever it is that we need, that we're afraid that we're going to lose from not being amongst them, that God is sufficient.
Right.
Go ahead.
Try say it again.
See, that's the part that we miss, man. If God is calling for you to separate, don't you think that He's already prepared a way?
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Man, y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
So the Holy Quran says this. I love this too, y'all.
Come on with it, brother.
In Surah 4, verse 130. But if they disagree and must part, what's that mean? That means separation. Is that right? But if they disagree and must part, Allah will provide abundance for all from his all-reaching bounty. For Allah is he that careth for all and is wise. I want y'all to take a look at that again.
Yeah, go ahead.
But if they disagree and must part, Allah will provide abundance for all from his all-reaching bounty. For Allah is he that careth for all and is wise.
Yes, sir, brother, that's right.
Look, if you're afraid to leave because, again, we're uncertain, open your mind up. The Holy Quran in 2, verse 212 says, the life of this world is made to seem attractive to those who disbelieve. And they mock those who believe. And those who keep their duty will above them on the day of resurrection. And Allah gives to whom he pleases without measure. Oh man, that's a beautiful picture.
Yeah, go ahead.
That is a beautiful picture. The life of this world is made to seem attractive to those who disbelieve. Man, I'm tired. I don't know about y'all, man.
I'm tired too, brother.
To city government and elected officials, seeing if they can get the right people
Yeah.
elected to office
Same
during the
old
next election. And they were talking about changing the laws and the procedures at the city of Aurora to where they got to use a taser and this and that and the third, and not use lethal force in those type of situations. And they were gonna protest, and they just brought our brother Benjamin Crump. You know, he comes when it's time to get the money.
Yeah.
He about to get some paper out of there
For real.
for the family. You know, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Get some money for the family. All right, praise be to Allah. But when they talked about protesting and they asked, would we come down? And I hope and pray that y'all forgive me for my refusal. But I told them, brothers and sisters, I told them that we don't protest.
That's right. You sure That's right.
We don't protest because we know the time
Yeah.
and what must be done.
That's right.
We don't protest because we know and understand that this system is not built for us. We don't protest. Listen to what I'm saying. Because we understand that to go and be in a protest means that you are an inferior asking a superior for what you want.
Yeah.
Did y'all hear what I said?
Yes, sir.
You are an inferior when you protest. Because you're saying to whoever it is that you're protesting to that they have something that they need to give you. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
See, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, they never had us to participate in a protest.
That's
Right.
right.
Ever. Think this over.
Talk about it.
We don't protest, we make demands.
That's right. Come on with it.
You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
Look, man, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said we want an immediate end to the police brutality.
That's
He
right.
didn't say we're gonna go down and protest what you do. If necessary, what we will do as we move into this separate space is we will police ourselves.
Yeah.
You can do that.
We can absolutely do that.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Sure can.
We just have to have the will to do it.
That's right.
Man.
Listen. In this edition of the Final Call, on page 3, the article is entitled Separation, the Best and Only Solution.
Yes, sir. Yes.
And we're already beginning to separate. We're already beginning to separate. The article starts out like this. Curiosity and outrage erupted on social media recently when a whites-only group announced plans for building more communities that outright bar non-white people. Currently, the group has 2 communities in the Arkansas Ozarks region, a 150-acre parcel established in October 2023, and another piece of land established in January 2025, according to the organization's website. Organization members are in the planning stages for a 3rd community in the Ozarks region, a community in the Deep South, and 2 communities in the Appalachian Mountains region. So white folks have decided to have their own communities. All praise is due to Allah. In interviews, the organization's co-founders emphasized the need to control who their neighbors are. Not everyone was shocked, surprised, or upset by reports of the establishment of a whites-only enclave. Remember I said black people are beginning to wake up?
Yes.
Listen to this, quote, I saw a whites-only community mentioned on Instagram and people were offended. I wasn't offended, and I'm curious as to why so many black people are addicted to living near white folks in the first place. That's Dr. Boyce Watkins. Y'all know who Dr. Boyce is. Dr. Boyce and Milix, whatever. So, it's beginning to happen, right? With the white nationalist movement, it's jumping off, man. But more importantly, it's beginning to happen amongst our people.
That's right.
Killer Mike, the rapper, Grammy-winning rapper, has a community in Georgia.
Right.
There's another community in Georgia that 19 black families put together.
Yeah, that's right.
Where they have their own community. These types of communities are springing up really all over the South. So we cannot be afraid of separation because that's what God desires for us, brother.
Yes, sir.
That's what God wants. That's what God has always said from the beginning.
That's
Right?
excellent teaching.
So, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan's article, and y'all get this edition of the Final Call newspaper, is entitled, just like my subject, because my subject is his subject. I'm not making nothing up of myself. A case for separation. So the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan says this. Hold on, let me get it. A case for separation. This is I'm gonna say this is the most important part. Because again, to move to a different space, that's one thing. Look at what the minister says. Disobedience is, and this is on page 21 of the Final Call newspaper. Disobedience brings separation. Jesus says in the Bible, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man who sowed wheat in a field. And while men slept, an enemy crept in and sowed tares in among the wheat. Y'all see that?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
So, and the minister continues, at a certain point, the wheat and the tare look just alike. See, you can't jump in there ahead of the season to try to separate the wheat from the tare, because you might be killing the wheat thinking you're killing the tare. But in the proper season, if you're patient, the wheat will bear fruit and the tare won't.
That's right.
At that time, you must come into harvest and separate the wheat from the tare. The wheat, Jesus said, we will gather into the barn, but the tare we shall bind and burn. He didn't stop there. He made another parable of the sheep and the goat. Sometimes the sheep and the goat will be together, but the nature of the two is different.
Right.
The sheep is a peaceful little fellow, and the goat is always into some mischief. Are y'all hearing me?
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
So the minister is making a distinction between wheat and tare, between sheep and goat, that the natures of these two things are different, and that when we were brought here, man, look, we were meant to be separated from this people, but they brought us in on purpose, of course, for a purpose, to build their world. But at the end of the day, our nature's not the same.
That's right. That's right.
Are y'all hearing me?
Yes,
You got
sir.
two different natures, man. You can't have wheat with tare.
That's right.
You can't have sheep with goats.
Come on.
Just don't get along. The natures of the people are different.
Yes, sir.
So we don't want to separate from white people just because they white.
That's right.
That's right. Teach.
That doesn't even matter. Master Fard Muhammad look white.
Yes,
Yeah, that's right.
There are many, man, some of the most beautiful Muslims that I've ever met are very light complected.
Come on.
That ain't why we want to separate. It's because of what they do.
That's
Go ahead.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Are y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
It's because of their nature.
Yeah, go ahead.
Man, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said that these people have proven to be completely disagreeable to live with in peace.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, they are.
That's right. That's right.
Good teaching, brother. Good
Go
teaching.
ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, I want you to just think about that, man. Like, how long have we tried in this relationship to get along with them?
That's right. Still trying.
So when I told the brother, man, look, man, we don't protest.
Yeah, go ahead.
Come on with it.
And then I published, I put the podcast online, and somebody hit me up immediately saying, and it was a Caucasian,
Come on.
and he was saying that he first off, he called my mentality a victim mentality, which was amazing. I said, wow. But I said, he said that the more effective strategy, listen to what I'm saying, would be to tell our young men, teach and train them how to, first of all, deal more effectively with police. I agree with that part. That's the truth. But he also said that we should try and get our young men into the police force and change it from within.
Come on.
That won't work. Try and forget.
I said, been there, done that.
Go ahead.
We are absolutely not doing that. I said, no, thank you. We would rather just not be amongst you and police our own.
That's right.
See, because you can't, and the problem with that, trying to change something that in its own nature cannot be changed.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
See, the origin of the police, brothers and sisters,
Slave catchers. Go ahead.
slave catchers,
Go ahead, brother.
patty rollers.
Yeah,
It
right.
started too.
That's how it started
That's
from its
right.
inception. Their whole thing that to serve and protect, man, that's new.
Yeah.
See, to serve and protect, it really was about the protection of property.
That's right. Yes, sir.
Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? The patty rollers, slave catchers would roll up on slaves. Even, and that's the thing, man. Even if the white people weren't slave owners,
Come on.
if they were just white people, but they didn't own no slaves, they would still get a reward for bringing the slave back to its master.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
That's how those patrols started. So how you gonna change that? By putting more black officers in there.
Come on.
No, man. You have to tear it down.
True.
So the scripture says, Allah says in the scripture, man, the book of Isaiah, behold, I make all things new.
That's right.
So when we separate, man, we don't take nothing from their world.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
We do our own thing. Y'all all right?
Come on.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we desire to have or to be separated because we don't want to live with these people whose nature is contrary to the way of God.
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Come on with it, brother.
Go ahead.
See, their nature is not just contrary to ours. Their nature is contrary to the way of God.
That's right.
They were made for a certain purpose, and that purpose has been fulfilled.
Yeah, that's right.
They were made to make the devil manifest.
Right.
Y'all know what manifest mean?
Come on.
That mean made manifest, made into a man,
Right.
made into an actuality.
Right.
The devil has always existed. Did y'all hear me?
Yeah.
The devil has always existed. The devil came out of God's nature.
That's right.
That's right.
Yes, sir. That's right. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, sir. Come on.
In the scripture, Lucifer is an angel of light.
Come on.
Am I right or am I wrong?
That's right. Go ahead, brother.
Everything comes from Allah.
That's right. Come on with it.
So how could he not be from God's nature?
Talk about that.
But the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said that when God is he is Rab.
That's right.
Rab.
Go ahead.
Right? Rab is an Arabic word, means one who nourishes and evolves stage after stage into its eventual perfection. Making the devil manifest is God's way of perfecting himself.
That's right. Go ahead, brother.
Man, y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Listen, man. This is real because at the end of the day, everything that happens is by either God's active or his permissive will. You hear what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
See, people hate Trump and, you know what I'm saying, all the stuff that's going on in the country and blah, blah, blah. But Trump, he's not controlling nothing.
That's right.
Allah is controlling all of this.
Yes, sir.
That's
He's moving Trump the way he wants to move him.
That's right.
Are y'all hearing me?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
The devils are angry because Allah is moving them to be angry. Like I said, it was two white men. One killed the other, but they mad at black people.
Right.
Why? God is moving them. He's moving them so that they can move you.
right.
Yes,
That's
right.
right. Come on with it.
Yeah, go
Are y'all hearing me?
Yes.
Listen, man. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said years ago that preaching or teaching was not gonna move black people.
That's right.
He said, preaching or teaching is not gonna move us, man.
Yeah.
He said, I'm a lovely song, man. And y'all been listening to me for years. But God the winds gotta blow.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Shake you up.
And the winds is angry white folk.
That's right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Because when white people get upset, listen, they do something about it.
Yeah, kid.
They really do.
They do. They wake up, man, look, I'm shooting up the whole school. Just wake up angry one day. You know what I'm saying? Brother, man, we get mad. We got to contemplate, you know what I'm saying? Think about it. We're going to talk to somebody. White folks, man, they get angry, man. Look, I'm killing everything. And so the thought of white people now is towards us. And they always got something bad to say.
Always.
Particularly about the black woman.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
About that.
Always. Ketanji Brown, Michelle Obama. It don't matter. Whoever it is, y'all not qualified. You a DEI hire. You know. Michelle Obama's a man.
Yeah.
You know, they always got something vile and nasty to say about the black woman.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And, you know, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said that when you teach a black man, you teach an individual. But when you teach a black woman, you teach a nation.
That's right.
So the same concept is the same when it comes to their anger.
Yeah.
And it being directed at the black woman, man, it's not directed at you, sister. It's directed at what you produce.
That's right. Come on.
What you produce in terms of your womb is the black nation. The black nation is their end.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Man, are y'all hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Look, all of this is playing out, man, in plain sight. And you looking at it, but it's like, do we really know what we looking at?
Yes, sir.
Man, all praises due to Allah. So, in conclusion, I'm gonna land this plane. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, and I'm gonna end with the minister's word. Muslims, Elijah Muhammad said, Muslims, I want you separated. We are in America. How do you separate? You come out from under the influence of the way of civilization that is totally alien to Allah God and to the nature in which He created you. Jesus said, I am the door. You can't enter except you enter by me. When you enter by Jesus, that means you come out from something and enter into something else. But you've got to come out of the mind that the white man created in the black man and woman and in his own people. God never made a nigger. In the Genesis, He made a man. So who made you less than a man? A nigger. Then you're dumb enough to say, yeah, that's my dog. God made you to be a little god, and the enemy turned you around to become a dog. So you're the total opposite of what God made you, even in the church, in the mosque, in the synagogue. And that's why Paul said, be you not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. When your mind is renewed, you've come out. Then you're not a partaker of her sins and her plays.
Yes.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Praise be to Allah. Beautiful. Man, that's a beautiful man. Thanks for watching, you guys. We both love and appreciate you for doing so, but we need for you to take some action and do us 1 or 2 or maybe 3 more favors. And that is, go ahead and smash that like button. Share it if you really dig the video. And also subscribe. That way you'll get a bell ding, a notification every time we post something. And it also helps us with regards to the algorithm that, you know, your people like to run. So go ahead and do that, and we'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.